Hey everyone, welcome back. You know how we love to uncover these hidden layers of a place, right? Well, get this. Today, Singapore's street art scene is our playground.
Ooh, exciting.
I know, right? But we're not just here for pretty pictures. We're going deep into how murals tell the story of Singapore.
It's amazing how much history and culture they pack into those walls.
Totally. And to guide us, we've got some awesome insights from, well, I'm not going to say a cultural expert,
Uh,
but let's just say this is someone who really knows their stuff when it comes to Singapore.
I'm ready to be impressed.
Oh, you will be. So we always hear about Singapore being this multicultural hub, right?
Right.
But to be honest, sometimes as a visitor, it's like, okay, cool, but where do you feel it?
Yeah, it's not always obvious.
Exactly. And that's what I love about what our expert is saying. The murals make that diversity impossible to miss.
It's true. It's like they're shouting it from the rooftops. Or, well, the walls, at least.
Exactly. So give us an example. What kind of mural really brings that to life?
Well, Little India. Have you ever been?
Yeah, the colors alone are incredible.
Right. Now imagine murals depicting Hindu gods, traditional festivals. They're not just decorations. It's like stepping into a storybook of Indian traditions, even if you've never been to India itself.
It's like they add another dimension to the sensory experience that's already so strong in Little India.
And for members of the Indian diaspora, I bet it's even more powerful, like a visual reminder of their heritage.
That feeling of connection.
Yeah.
And made me think about something else our expert talked about, the murals in Geylang.
Oh,
They're very different,
yeah.
more everyday scenes.
Right. Street scenes, markets, people just going about their lives.
Yeah, like snapshots of daily life. I'm thinking of this one our expert mentioned, a street hawker making some kind of traditional dish that's getting harder and harder to find these days.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how these everyday scenes can be so powerful.
Totally. But why is that? Why are those everyday scenes so important?
Well, our expert said it's about preserving cultural memory. Singapore's changing so rapidly, and those older ways of life are at risk of being lost.
Makes sense. It's almost like those murals are acting as a bridge between the past and the present.
Exactly. They remind people of where they come from, of the traditions and experiences that have shaped their identity. It's something that resonates, especially in a place like Singapore that's constantly evolving.
It's pretty amazing how a seemingly simple scene of, say, someone cooking street food can spark such deep reflection, right?
It's all about the stories they tell, right? And speaking of stories, did you know that murals can be amazing educational tools? I mean, I hadn't really thought of it like that before.
Right. Our expert totally opened my eyes to that.
Imagine, for example, you're walking through Bukit Timah and you stumble upon this massive mural depicting key moments from Singapore's struggle for independence. Think
Lovely.
about the impact.
Oh, wow.
Suddenly, history isn't just something you read in a textbook, right?
Totally. It's like not experiencing it firsthand.
Exactly. The colors, the emotions, the historical figures brought to life, that kind of visual storytelling, it's so much more powerful than just reading about it.
I'm already adding mural hunting to my must-do list for my next trip. It's like a treasure hunt for hidden stories. And speaking of sharing stories, you mentioned how these murals are going beyond the wall, so to speak. People are snapping pics, posting them online.
It's true. It's like this unexpected form of cultural tourism. People see a cool mural, they share it on Instagram, and suddenly you've got this whole conversation happening online.
It's like these murals are sparking connections and dialogue in a way that wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Exactly. Even newspapers like Shinmin Daily News are getting in on the action.
What are they doing?
They've started featuring murals in their cultural sections, talking about the stories behind them, the artists who created them. It's all about amplifying these visual stories and getting people talking.
I love that. It's like everyone's becoming a part of this citywide storytelling project. It really changes how you see a place, doesn't it?
Totally. It makes you realize that there's always more to discover, even in the most unexpected places. And those seemingly simple splashes of color on a wall.
They might just hold the key to understanding a city's soul.
Exactly.
So next time you're wandering around, anywhere, really, keep your eyes peeled for those murals. Take a moment, look closely, and see what stories they're telling you. You never know what you might find.